Hello, everybody. Look who I got with me. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy to be here, Aley. Thank you for
Oh,
having me.
oh, of course, Kelly. I just love you and adore you. We were supposed to do this last week, but it just didn't work out. And then we always just say, okay, well, then it wasn't meant to be. So we just brought
Yep.
it to this Friday. So, and it gave you a better chance to rest too after you got home from your trip. So,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. I feel much. I feel better than I did because I think that was just a couple days after me getting back, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um
Yeah. I
my
mean, that flying to and fro is stressful anyway.
yeah
And then you have the jet lag, so that doesn't help. Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
the whole flying in
Oh,
itself
I
right
know.
now was just like so
Yeah.
that just added a
Yeah.
little extra
It did
extra
add
on
it.
it.
Yes. And according to Kelly also, she said that it took a lot longer to get through the TSA because of all these other issues, right? Didn't you
Yeah.
say that? Yeah.
Yeah, it took 2 hours. Thank goodness we got there early. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally from the time we walked in till we checked our bag and we got through security. Once we got through security, it had already been 2 hours. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
if
Oh.
we would have timed it 2 hours, we would have probably missed our flight.
And they're saying a lot of people are missing their flights because of the backup. That's what I'm
Mhm.
hearing. So anyway,
Yeah.
I heard Bernie Sanders is going to be doing a big thing in LA, by the way, with AOC and Joan Baez and some other singer and a few other people. It sounds like it would be a real fun thing
Wh-
to attend.
When
Yeah.
have you heard the date?
I saw it before I came on. I don't remember,
Oh,
but if you
gotcha.
go on to Instagram, you should be able to find it because that's where I saw it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll be
But
good.
I would go see him any day. I love him. And
Oh,
AOC
his
and him,
energy is so
perfect.
beautiful.
It is, yeah. But he's bringing back the people that used to march with him. He is actually a year older than my brother, my oldest brother, who is passed. But they
Yeah.
grew up in the same generation, and so that generation is an amazing generation. Yeah,
It
yeah,
is. It
yeah.
really, really is.
I
There's
think
something
your
to be
mom
said
was in
about
that
that.
generation, right? Your mom and dad are in that
Yeah.
generation as well. Yeah,
Yep.
they're
They
the
are.
younger part of it, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. All right. So hello, Janet and Angela Hunter and Denise Fletcher. Jen Bowles is here. We're going to do a little more healing for you, Jen, some here and some later. And we're going to keep you and Sherry in our thoughts. Sherry did just lose her mom Tuesday. So it's a very difficult time. Annie Bear is here. Nice to
Hello.
see you. Yeah. And Judy, they are, and Play Love Remember, Diane G, CJ, Michelle, Venus, Brenda. I was on with Brenda yesterday. We had so much fun. Or
I
no, it was the
watched.
day.
I was on. I
Oh,
watched
that's
that.
right. You were there. You
Yep.
were there. Yes. Venus. And you know what I really love seeing here is that it's about half and half of the people are on your channel and my channel. And that makes me happy because,
Oh,
yeah, that's awesome. That's really
I'm just
awesome.
so happy. I'm
Tiffany,
so happy to have everybody here.
yeah, Rossi and Edward and Jennifer and Tiffany Tisdale, Swampy, Scott, and I don't. You've been sick to your stomach. I'm sorry, Scott. That's not good. But I don't blame you. It's kind of sickening in some ways just to be around this energy. Yeah,
It is. It is a
yeah,
lot. And
it is.
for the month of April, we are getting a huge solar plexus upgrade, and so
Oh,
um this month is going to be a lot on our tummies. I mean,
okay.
nausea, a lot of
Yeah.
nausea, and all of a sudden it may feel like you're coming down with a flu, and then you're not. It's just a lot going on with the
Mhm.
tummies this month.
Well, that and I would imagine the sunstorms and stuff are really affecting us and the solar flares and
Mhm.
that stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that
uh,
definitely
it
contributes to.
definitely does. Hi, Ness and Amanda. You and Jack must be out walking. That's cool. Uh, and Jolie James. Nice to see you. Yeah, and Patricia Bardell. And Maria has perfect health. I absolutely love that. That's really
I do
cool.
too.
Live your affirmation, you know. Oh,
Right?
that's your dream solar plexus, Rossi.
Remember that? Her dream.
That's right. That's
Day.
right. That's right. I'm glad you remembered that. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hi, Linda Kennedy, too. It's nice to see you. So, what I thought, I don't know why I thought this, but of course, Kelly's is an injury energy healer. And so I just decided, let's talk about auras. And I hadn't even thought about it. I just came out, came in my head.
It was meant to
And
be.
Kelly said, that's fine. So here we are. Yeah. So she's going to talk to us. I have a little bit of a helper here, but
Yes, I love that.
yeah. So she's going to talk a little about this. And then she's also going to be doing a healing for us. And especially for you too, Jen, and for Sherry. So, oh, you had stomach and nausea. You thought you were coming down with the flu, CJ? Yeah, I mean, some of us get it there, and some of us get it here. I don't feel my stomach's never any good, so that's par for the course for me. Anyway, all right, Kel.
Yeah,
the floor is yours.
Our aura field is really they're connected and intertwined into our chakras. And as you can see in the diagram here, the one furthest out is I call it kind of the soul chakra, and it's the purple chakra, and it's the spiritual layer, and it kind of represents the divine and the essence. And then from there, we go to the sixth one, and I don't know what it's called there, but it's
I have celestial body,
yeah,
but emotional.
layer.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And that one, well, the seventh one is connected to our crown,
Right.
and then the sixth one is connected to our third eye.
Right.
Yeah, to our third eye. And the fifth one is our etheric template, and that holds the blueprint for our physical body. And so it connects us to our throat chakra, and which plays a huge part in our well-being. It's just it's kind of where our identity lays. And so, speaking our truth and speaking our truth and our overall energy kind of comes from how we speak to each other and how we speak to ourselves. And that one is the blue aura. And then the fourth one, I have it can when, and I don't always see, I have to really work to see auras, but if I really work on it, I can see auras. And this one, the heart, the astral layer, it can come in as green, and but it can sometimes also come in as pink. And this connects our astral body to our spiritual experiences. So, our insight, our messages, our relationships, and really how we take care of ourselves and how we take care of each other is really a huge aspect of this astral layer. And the third one is called the mental layer, and that one is yellow, and that one is the mental layer. So it connects us to our mental state. And this also connects us to our solar plexus, which we were just mentioning earlier, that we are probably going to be feeling a lot because we are getting an upgrade this month in our solar plexus. But this one is connected a lot to our thoughts. And the second one is orange, and that one is connected to our sacral chakra. And this one is our emotional layer. And so our how we're feeling, and I wrote it down. It connects, which I found was really interesting. It connects us to our head and our neck and our shoulders.
Hmm.
And so this is where our creativity comes from. And
Ah,
so, and this is where, when we get that, like sparks of insight or those aha moments, it comes from this emotional layer there.
mhm.
And then the the first one, and this one's the closest to our body, is called the etheric layer. And this is the one that I really work with a lot. I mean, I work with them all, but
Mhm.
cutting cords, this is where the cords will get attached when I'm doing healing energy. And so this being it's the closest aura to our body, it connects us to our physical state, and so our well-being, and how we're feeling, and how we're doing. And this one connects us to our root chakra. And
Right.
so and this one is the easiest to see with our naked eye. And there is a tip that I took a class years and years and years ago on reading auras. And and with practice, and you can. And so anybody out there that would really like to read auras, because I think some people can really do it really easy, and then other people
Uh-huh.
have to work at it, is
Yep.
if you have somebody stand behind a white wall, a white
Yes.
sheet,
Uh-huh.
and and then you really kind of have to lower your gaze. And
I say cross your eyes sometimes, even
yeah.
though your mother would be so mad at you for doing that, but it's like
Right?
you have to unfocus, right? Yeah.
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 Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so you're almost unfocused and squinting, and then you kind of have to hone in at the person, and then you kind of you expand out into their auric field. And in this class I was able to do it, but I haven't made a
Yeah.
practice of it.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
so any of you that want to learn how to do it, that's a great
It
way. And
really
some of
is,
you
and it's
maybe already know how to do it. But
uh-huh.
keeping our auras healthy and clean is really, really, really huge to how our, to that spiritual hygiene, to make sure
Mhm.
that it's clean. And it's kind of the same way. The cleansing techniques are the same as our energy techniques. They go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
cleansing it with sage, with Palo Santo smoke, even taken like if you have, I should have grabbed mine, a selenite wand, and
Ah, okay.
rubbing kind of combing our
Yep.
body down.
The cold
That's
one.
a great, yes.
So you mean like this? Is that what you mean?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yep.
okay. I
That
like
is
that.
a great, right, and it feels good, and it's
Yeah.
a great way to cleanse our aura. And then
Uh-huh.
always, like I recommend pink Himalayan baths. and
Yeah.
um and if you don't have a bath, I sprinkle it. Like last night I showered, and I sprinkled it in my shower just to kind of cleanse my aura. And so that's a great tip too. And also carrying clear quartz and tourmaline too, because the tourmaline repels negative energy. And
Right.
so if you're not protected and whatnot, and your auric field is open, that negative, yes,
Yeah. There
that
you go.
negative energy can get in. So carrying that or having that on you. And I
Right.
know I have it at my doors too. So
Uh-huh.
anybody that passes through my doorway, there's tourmaline there, and there's amethyst, um and then of course nature, trees being outside is really, really, really good for our aura, and just
Mhm.
keeping it cleansed and clear. And
Yeah.
anybody that has tuning forks, and I know you have a lot
Yeah.
of tuning forks,
Yep.
432 is a great tuning fork to
Mm.
clear our auras.
432. I have really high ones. I don't even know if I have one that low. Well, what's this one? I got 417 here, but I know I have 5 or 6 more of these. But
Yeah,
they are really cool. They really,
I love them
yeah, I love
so
them too.
much
Yeah, they really
because
are.
you can really feel it. And you guys, you don't have to invest in it. There's videos and stuff too. So if you don't feel like you necessarily want to buy a tuning fork, you can
Right.
watch a video that has the 432. But that and then I'm going to use it after our meditation, but like sound bowls and
Uh-huh.
chimes and bells, that is really good for balancing and clearing our auras too, because it stabilizes the right and the left side of our body and our brain, and so that
Uh-huh.
they match the frequencies, so that so any bells, chimes, and tuning forks, and and then again, I always go back to boundaries. Anybody that that you is in your circle that you have to participate with in on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. If you notice that their energy is really um not the best, that it's negative, that's really a clear sign to put up a boundary and really limit your time with them, because that really affects our aura, and just our auras can get cluttered and dirty, and if we're not clearing them, and with that negative energy that gets attached to our auric field, that too can make us feel tired and groggy and just really really sluggish,
Yeah.
that it can
Yeah.
really like weigh us down, and if we don't do clearings, it eventually can cause like health concerns. So clearing our energy is really really important, and then just the whole spiritual hygiene, of making sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive people that lift you up and don't bring you down, and and you can really notice, if you're with somebody and they raise your vibration, and you feel good after you've been with them, that's a good connection. But if you're with somebody and they're siphoning your energy, that it's it's not good. And so we
Yeah.
are going to do a meditation that is going to heal our auras, and it's going to clear them, and then I'm going to also just kind of add in a little expansion. But I'm just going to give you a heads up, when I start doing the expansion, we're only going to expand out to where you feel comfortable. So when I get to that
Mhm.
part, if it starts feeling like it's a lot, then that's it, not to go really any further. And then just eating healthy, making sure that you're eating healthy and drinking water, and it's so important.
Yeah.
What do you have, Aley? What do you?
Well, I wanted to mention that we know these 7 chakras and these 7 energy fields, and there's some above our heads
Mhm.
as well. Aren't there always some in our hands? I think there's
Hands, shoulders.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, so I liked this comment that Jen said. She said, when I'm in practice and study group, I see all kinds of colors on the face and sometimes shoots out the top of the other's head. I don't see the aura around the body. So everybody's a little bit different. And you remember, if you were on the dream show, that Edward's video of the thing shooting out of
Yes.
him,
That was
and
so cool.
it is. It's amazing. But I was telling Kelly that I had back in the day, I had a Carillion, Kirilian, Carillion
Oh,
photography
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one. Yeah. And you could see the colors. So it was taken before a meditation, and there was some good colors there, but it also was taken after meditation. And that's where the white came in. And it was amazing. This one guy that was there, he was pretty spiritual. He was completely purple. Everything was purple.
Whoa.
So he was very advanced. Everything was up in the top chakra area. I want to talk a little bit about holes in the aura. Have you seen that before in your, not maybe in your view, but when you've been working on the energy with people?
Yeah, I can feel
Yeah,
them.
you
I
can.
can feel them, and it happens. It happens when we haven't protected our energy, or if and Allie and I were talking about this backstage, that we're human, and so we have days where it's just like, oh, a person is trying to deal with everything that's going on in our personal lives, and what's going on in the world, and that negativity that causes rips and tears in our auric field. And so
Uh-huh.
it can be, we can do it to ourselves, negative, talking negative, or negative self-talk, being judgmental,
Yeah.
and our ego sometimes can, being cynical,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and then just watching things on TV, or we don't even have to watch it, we don't even have to see it, we can just hear it,
Yeah.
can
Or
cause
feel
rips
it.
and
Yeah.
holes in
Uh-huh.
our auric field. And
Mhm.
so that the whole spiritual hygiene, and then remembering to put the bubble of protection around us. And there too, we're human, and so there's going to be days where you forget. I mean, don't beat yourself up. I mean, we're human. We
Mhm.
we we
Mhm.
do we forget. I forget, sometimes too. And so just making sure that our orcs are clear and cleaned, and then the protection is really
Is vital.
huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Gossiping too, that too affects.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking that uh there's a gal, Denise Bertot, she does some of the chakra readings. That's what, she's good at doing that. And she was
Yeah.
saying that the lower three chakras are the ones that connect us down to the earth, and the upper three connect up here. But
Yep.
isn't it the heart is in the middle? And is that where the is that sort of the balance between the top and the bottom?
Yeah.
It
and
is.
and
Okay.
that's, well, and when a person thinks about it, it's the heart, and that's what
True.
we need to take such extra care of,
Uh-huh.
and where the tender heart and whatnot. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
the space that connects the two.
It's interesting too. I remember there was a body language class that I had gone to, and what happens when you hear really bad news? You go, right?
Right.
You hit your
Yep.
heart. The
Uh-huh.
other thing is,
Exactly.
if something is surprising to you, oh wow, you do this,
Yes,
and it never
Ellie.
really connected until I went to that class. It was like, oh my God, yes, it makes
Yep.
so
And
much
yep.
sense. Yeah, because your third eye is there, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's amazing. So,
Yeah.
wow. So if you saw a lot of red, I know we're not talking about seeing it necessarily, but if you saw a lot of red, I would say that that's ego, like a lot of ego or a lot of sexual energy. Now,
Oh,
my brother was all green. He was green, 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 which is good, but he made a lot of money.
oh, that's
And
interesting.
yes, and that is why I think and for me, it was my throat chakra, wide open, lots of blue. And when you're a teacher, you have to talk, or when you're doing a show, you got to talk. I don't have
Always.
a problem with public speaking, and I used to sing at weddings and things. So it made a lot of sense. I think all of us can actually figure out why one might be over the other like that, that we see. Yeah. Yeah.
Mine is my heart chakra.
Is it? Yeah. I could
Hmm.
see that. I can see that with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Um, Ness had a very interesting comment here. She said, Monica Lewinsky said oral work helped her heal a lot that happened to her over. She's really been treated poorly. It's always the woman, not the man, who gets the crap, you know.
Right.
But I'm glad to know that that did help her, because I believe she has become a fairly successful woman, although she hasn't had any partners. Not that she needs them, but she hasn't had any partners to, you know, to any love.
She had a lot of trauma.
Oh yeah, and she was leaking or had holes, and aura helped that. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
yep, that's
Yep.
off. Thank you, Ness. That's interesting.
Well, and we did
Leah,
that show. I think our last show that we did was on energy leaks.
yes, it was. Yes, it
Mhm.
was. Yep, yep. And all of that has something to do with. I mean, it's all connected, really.
Mhm.
We think
It
it's
is.
separate, but it isn't. Yeah. I don't know anything about the womb chakras, Leah. Are you familiar with that, Kelly?
No,
No.
I'm not. To me that
Mhm.
would be the sacral chakra, and so, but I
Right.
haven't heard of the womb
Yeah.
chakra.
Yeah, I would think that there just intuitively, it would seem that if you had trauma in giving birth or
Mhm.
issues with you know, giving birth, that you would have trauma within that sacral area. And there are a lot of people, for instance, who end up having, you know, tumors or
Losing
other
a
issues.
baby.
Yeah, yeah, birthing a baby. My daughter was natural, but my son was cesarean, and I thought that was the best birth I ever could have envisioned for myself. So yeah, not a pleasant experience with the first one, but you know, it is extremely difficult for the body. The body really, when you think about it, the body has to contract so much to let that baby
Right?
out. I would imagine that that would be really difficult.
Both
Yeah.
of my boys were almost 10 pounds.
Oh,
I know. And
yeah.
and my oldest son, he was 2
Mm.
weeks early. So can
Oh
you
my.
imagine?
Okay. Well, my son was like 8 something, but he was a month early, so he would have been 10 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's very interesting. So, Scott, you saw a bunch of orbs floating around your bedroom last night? Oh,
He's
wow.
really starting to tune
You are,
in.
Scott. You are. Yeah. Yeah. That's
And I wonder
awesome.
what were you able to see him with your naked eye? Excuse me, or and when you saw him, Scott, did you take pictures? Because sometimes if you can see him with your naked eye, then when I start seeing him, I start taking pictures to capture them. And
Yeah.
when you capture them on your camera, you can enlarge them. And a lot of times, what I'll find when I capture them, you'll see a face.
I know. There was one on Scorpio Sun, Scott's. It was flying around him, and they blew it up, and it was a face. It was like a fairy. A fairy.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Isn't that
that was
crazy?
so cool. So
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah. Water Lily's wondering how you heal the holes in your aura. That's a really good question, Water Lily. And Kelly did talk about energy leaks. And I really think that if you, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kelly, because I don't want to, you know, say something that's not true, but I would think that if you could work on your energy leaks, that you could probably bring back that part that was not whole. I don't know.
Totally. That's
Yeah. Okay.
exactly that's exactly it. And the holes they will seal up and the leaks will seal up once you've cleared your energy and
Uh-huh.
protect, put the protection around it. And
Yeah.
so you know, and for some of us, I mean, depending on, how we're inundated by negativity,
Yeah.
and like the little healing that I'm going to do for us today, it's not going to take very long. It's only going to take a
No.
couple minutes, and so
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a huge process. I know
Mhm.
when I do it, when I'm working with my clients, there's a lot more to it, but this is
Yeah.
a quick way just to quick do a healing on our auras and our energetic field, and then to expand it all out.
Absolutely. I would be remiss not to say that I have had one of Kelly's healings, and she is phenomenal. She's a natural
Oh,
healer. She didn't go to school. It came to her. It was quite the story that we've talked about before.
yeah.
But it was amazing, the things that came
Oh,
through that
Aley.
really hit the nail on the head, I tell you. So you're glad to be here live. The energy is so helpful. Thank you, Diana. We're glad you're here too,
So
honestly.
glad. Thank you,
Yeah.
Diana.
Uh-huh. So Gigi says, it's my third eye that shocks people when they do Reiki or check on my chakras. I had one tell me that they have never seen a third eye so wide open. Good for you, girl.
Whoa, no
Oh,
kidding. That's amazing.
yeah, it is
That's
amazing.
amazing. So yeah, keep doing whatever you're doing.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, what's this? Looking at you both, there's a youthful glow about you. Is this reflective of the aura energy you emit?
No, Diana.
I'll send you the money later. Thank you. You're so sweet. I think
Thank
just
you.
being, just keeping yourself out there, and you do the same thing, Diana. I think that it keeps you younger. If you
Oh,
could,
right?
yeah, yeah,
It
I do.
really does. Surrounding yourself with positive people in this community that are they're upbeat and just the laughing and the giggles and everything. It really makes a huge difference.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. You, Water Lily, you've had an orb like that with the face. Wow. You saw a big orange orb, looked like it was on fire, went up over my mama's head and then outside of the house. Woohoo! Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you saw 3 orbs behind you on Judy. I'll have to go watch that, Linda. By the way, Linda's starting a channel. She's starting a channel, Butterfly Readings, and
Oh, I gotta write that
I'm
down.
really excited about it. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
she's gonna come on
so
next week.
excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. That's a show that you have coming up.
I do. I do. Yeah.
Butterfly reading. So yeah, I will be sure to watch
Uh-huh.
that. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna subscribe to Linda's channel too.
absolutely. Please do. I think that's the name of it too, Butterfly Readings by
Oh, nice.
Linda. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Um, so let me see if there was something else from the information that I saw that I wanted to mention. I don't I don't think so. We can go into the healing part if you want. I want to say that a couple of things that it said on this page that I thought were really cool.
Yes.
Electricity from your brain, heart, and nervous system creates this magnetic field around your body. The heart's electromagnetic field can be measured by scientific instruments. The electromagnetic field is your aura. So can you imagine that when you get together in a big group of people, you know when you feel comfortable standing next to somebody, and you know when you don't feel comfortable at all, because their aura, their essence is telling you all kinds of things, giving you all
Right.
kinds of information. It's very possible, as Kelly says, to train yourself to see them, but that's when you're putting somebody against a white wall, like she said, or a sheet, something that you can focus and not have a color with it. And
Mhm.
it does take practice. It says, try to see your own by standing facing a white wall or a plain wall, and extend your arms out in front of you with your index fingers touching tip to tip. Relax your eyes and stare at the space where your index fingers are touching. Then watch the space where they were touching and pull your fingers slowly apart. And you'll be able to, hopefully, you might see pale blue, gray, or white outlining your fingers.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that wonderful? It is wonderful.
That's a
And
great tip, Aley.
yeah, I wish it was mine that I made up, but it is the information I got. So, but smudging is good. Feather whisking, you can do that, as Kelly said, or you can use the selenite on you. Reiki, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Um, it's just a few little tips there that can help you to get going and feel like maybe you see white around your fingers. Well, yeah, that's good. So
Oh,
you're able
that's
to see it.
wonderful.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, that's all right, Jennifer. We haven't done the healing yet. So you're not, you can, yeah, they don't want to work around the show. Jennifer in the hospital, the doctors are come in. Come on now, I'm busy. She
Oh,
says, I mean, really, guys, these are my people. I need to be with my people.
right, right. And
Uh-huh.
Jen, I put you on my prayer list, and I'm going to be sending you healing too.
Uh-huh.
And you said Sherry too?
Sherry, her roommate, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. I wrote her
Um,
name down too.
So you said that what comes to you when you are asked to read an aura? Any smells, colors, numbers, symbols? And then she says, oh, you know what? You can tell I'm a teacher because I read that and I knew exactly what you said.
Uh-huh. I love it.
I don't get that, but you could have clairgustiance or clairalience or one of those clairs. And it could be that you get the smells because don't they also train dogs to
Yes.
sniff out cancer and other things like that?
Mhm.
So there are people that have a very acute sense of smell or taste can also do it. Uh-huh.
And once in a while I'll get a taste. Not always, but sometimes I'll get an icky taste
Uh-huh.
or smell something burnt. But for me, when I'm doing a healing session and when I know the person has received the healing, I
Mhm.
will see green. And so for me, if it's like a pale, just like a pale green, I know they
Mhm.
received it, but I know that they'll need more.
Uh-huh.
And then as it gets brighter and brighter, and it could be like in the next session, I see it could be bright green, and then I know, boom, that
Yeah.
whatever it is has been healed. It's good.
Sure.
It's good to go. But that's how it works for me.
Okay.
Is I see the color green.
Wow.
And for like the chakras and whatnot, I will see the color in my head to know what chakra
Ah,
is
it's needing help.
blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
needing help.
Mhm.
Or I'll feel it in my body.
So, one of the chakras that is never really mentioned, but we do talk about what it does, is the high heart chakra, which is here. It's not it's like on the top of the bone here.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it suggests that we bang on it. And one of the things I remember somebody telling me was that when you bang on it, you say, everything always works out for me. And it's a turquoise color. It's so you've got the green and then
Yes.
turquoise and then blue. So it's kind of like the color that's on our little plaques here that are in front of us. So it's more of a blue and green together. And
I love that, Aley.
yeah, I think it's wonderful to know because a lot of people are working with their high heart right now. And yeah, it's
And
just,
that could be
yeah.
an exercise that anybody can do,
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, throughout the day, at night. But it just that affirmation in itself that everything always works out
Mm-hmm.
for me
Oh, yeah.
that's beautiful.
Right there and then, right?
Mhm.
Well, that's what what's her name always says. Esther Hicks. She always says that when she does her affirmations with Abraham. And I always thought that was great. But then high heart is teal. Yeah, it's teal, a tealy
Yeah.
turquoise or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
Green has no negative mental effects on humans. Well, that's good. Oh, Gigi, thanks for subscribing to Kelly's channel. That was nice of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
That was so kind.
Gigi
Thank you.
was on the other day with me. I found her on Facebook, and she has her channel is Spirit Readings with Gigi. So just she knows
Oh,
how we do.
well,
Yeah,
and now that I'll be able to find her, so
you'll
I
be
can
able to find her.
subscribe to
Yep,
your
you'll be able to.
channel.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Gotta share
Mary
the love.
Starshine, it's good to see you, Mary Starshine. I have used crystal pendulums to balance chakras. That's great.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah,
That's a great way of doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
love that.
You're not alone here. That's my favorite color too. I just love all shades of blue, but I also like pink, and I don't know why. That was like my colors growing up, and I hated orange and I hated yellow, and I only recently have said I need to focus on those two colors because I need to heal those two areas. I
Mhm.
remember hearing that
Yep.
the orange is shame and the yellow is guilt.
Mhm.
So I need to fix that. That's very, very, very important.
And that's something that you know, Ellie, and not to feel guilty for not taking care of it, because that's something that really we have to keep doing throughout our whole lifetime, because there's always going to
Yeah,
be something that pops up in our life that
yeah,
makes us feel guilty or shameful and whatnot. So it's something
yeah.
that
Yeah, it's
it's not
important
like
to
one
work
and
with the
done.
emotions. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, because those are things that you carry with you
Mhm.
and you don't have to, you can just let them go if but you're right, you can't it doesn't go away in one sitting or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
Or
Yeah.
a person can really feel like, you know what, I've done it. You know what? I've cleared that out. I've let that guilt go. I've let that shame go. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden it could be 6 months, and all of a sudden something will creep back up that, you thought was healed. And it's just like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Why is
where did
that
that
coming
come
back
from
now?
again?
Why
And
is
it
that
just,
back?
yeah,
Yep.
it just needs a little bit more. Hi,
Yeah.
Kate.
Hi, Kate. Nice
Hello.
to see you. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know. It comes back when we don't want it to, that's for sure. But
Always.
teal are the colors that swirl around the outside of the Akashic Hall. Well, I haven't seen them yet myself, but that doesn't mean anything because, everybody's experience with the Akash is different. But I would be really happy to see that color because
Oh, I would be too.
it would, there's so many beautiful colors that were on the chest plates of the high priestess in Egyptian times. We had
Mhm.
lapis and we had other colors that were there, and must be nice to wear something like that kind of an armor and feel comfortable with it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Uh-huh. So can see if chakra is too large or too small and if it's spinning clockwise. Are you saying you can or can Kelly do that? If it's too large or too
I think she's
small?
saying she can,
Oh,
and
she
because
can.
yep, and then
Cool.
because I think, um, she said she balances and clears them with her pendulum, I think.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
That's incredible,
Wow.
Mary.
That is.
That's
Yes,
great.
absolutely. Yeah, it's wonderful. And yes, everything does work out for me. It humbles you, a gracious luck that's bestowed, always protected, always taught a lesson, and yeah, and grew.
I love
Absolutely. It is. It's just it's like the other one I really like, which is I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise.
that.
And
Mhm.
wealth doesn't mean money necessarily, but it just fits right in with that. And so those are the two things I really like to say as
I
affirmation.
love that one too. I have
Uh-huh.
on my other computer, I have a little affirmation that says, everything comes to me in perfect timing.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah.
and and there too, it does.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
back to Mary Starshine, that is a good helpful tip for anybody that wants to see if their chakras are opened or closed. You have your yes or no that you use with your chakra,
Uh-huh.
or with your pendulum, and what you can do is just use the pendulum and put them, at each chakra, and yes for closed, or however you want to phrase it,
Right.
and that can tell you if your chakras too are open and closed. Just something, an exercise that we can do on ourselves.
This is the thing. Empower yourself and know that
Mhm.
you can do whatever it is you determine to do. And
Yes.
whatever you're seeing it's truth for you. If unless you're doing something nefarious, which I don't think you're doing when you're wanting to see and learn these things, then it should be something that comes to you easily. I was always expecting, boom, one day I'd have this thing. It would like, boom, one
Yeah.
day I'm psychic, oh my
Yeah.
God. And it doesn't work that way. It
Nope.
doesn't. I know there are some people that were born that way, or they have gifts that came through their family ancestry, I think. but everybody has that ability. It's the same ability
Everybody,
with when Jesus said, that which I could do, you can do also. So,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the times where people are all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, can talk to dead people, or I'm psychic. You know, a lot of times when it happens just like that, it's like through a head injury, or
That's
sometimes
true.
that.
Yeah, or
Right.
what is it? Near death
Yeah.
experience. A lot of
Yep.
people. Yeah. As a matter of
Yep.
fact, Valerie Bradshaw, Illumination Portal, had a near death experience, and
I
you
didn't
know,
know that.
yes, she was in my chat, and I said, "Does anybody here ever had one? Because I'd love to interview you." And that's how I met Valerie Bradshaw. I did a.
Oh, isn't that cool? I
I
had
know.
no idea.
Yes, and what a story she told, and yeah, and I know there's other people that have had maybe not exactly near death, but she did. She was really in a bad way, and she opened, and still it took her a little while, because it
Yeah.
takes it just depending upon how ready you are, to do
Right.
it. Yeah. You used to sit in a dark room when you were a kid and see a thick outline of blue around your hands, and when I held it up to whatever light came through the door. Wow. You may be from the blue light planet. You never know. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that, Erin Marie. Thank you.
Me
Yeah.
too. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, that's wonderful. We can ask our guides through the pendulum to show me how open my blank chakra is, and it spins
Yep.
according to how. Oh my God. Look at that. You got all
Yep.
these tips today from everybody. I love it. I love it. Yes, and healing hands. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'll see if I can find it, Maria, and bring it forward again. It was when I first started. I can't even, and it was with Susan Lynn was in it with me, and also Valerie. And I don't know about the quality of it or anything, but yeah, I'll see, and I'll put it, if I can find it, I'll post it so you can watch it if you're interested.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Oh, you thought it was because you had poor eyesight?
Oh,
Oh, not at all, Erin Marie.
no,
Not
it's
at.
your gift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's 10 minutes before the hour, and I'm in no hurry. We got plenty of time, but let's go ahead and do that meditation. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get going. Well, before we get started, you guys, what I would like you to do, is, as long as you feel in alignment and and open to it, just to either say out loud or in your head that I accept the healing and the clearing and the expansion. And so that's just letting your angels and your guides and spirit team know that you're allowing this to happen. And so you can say that to yourself or outside, and then let's just take a big, deep breath in and out, and just relaxing our mind, our thoughts, quieting our mind. You can either close your eyes or just lower your gaze. You can move your neck side to side. You can roll the shoulders. Another big breath in and out. And again. So we're going to start out by grounding. And so imagine roots coming from your root chakra, and all these little roots extending out from your root chakra. And they're going into Mother Earth, slowly working their way into the ground, deep into the center of the earth. And once they're there, we're going to anchor. We're going to anchor in to Mother Earth. And this is going to stabilize our energy. Now let's visualize, and it can be whatever color you like, the brightest, beautiful color of your choice, flowing into your body. And visualize this light dissolving, clearing away all negative energy, all toxic energy, all stagnant and stuck energy, all blocked energy. Now visualize it being cleared away, washing it out into the universe, and it being transmitted into light and love. Again, we're going to visualize this beautiful, beautiful bright light, and it's going to start at the top of our head, and visualize it coming in and gently descending into your head, down into your neck, down into your chest, into your arms and fingers, down into our tummy, our solar plexus, down into our sacral chakra, now into our legs, our hips, down into our knees, calves, down into our ankles, and now down into our feet and toes. Visualize this healing light, healing every cell, every organ, every tissue, and every bone. Now we're going to visualize this energy expanding out from our body and go out as far as it feels comfortable. And once it starts feeling like it's getting to be a little too much, that's where you need to stop. And just visualize this energy expanding and expanding and expanding out, just concaving our whole entire body from the top of our head all the way down to our feet, expanding out and surrounding our whole entire body. Okay, now that it's expanded out, now we are going to put a bubble of protection around our entire body. So let's do the shielding, and you can just visualize a beautiful bubble in there too. It can be whatever color you want, of the brightest, purest color you can think of, just engulfing your whole entire body, surrounding your body, protecting your body. And this energy is now completely surrounded and protecting and shielding you. And now we're going to fill our bubbles with unconditional love, happiness, continual healing, self-worth, hope, balance, and vitality. And anything else that you want to fill your bubble and your auric field with right now. Now is the time to fill your bubble with whatever it is. Gratitude. Just go ahead and fill your bubble now with that energy. And the healing's complete. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. and thank you.
Love. Wow. And so it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
That was wonderful, Kelly. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Thank
you. Thank you. And thank you for everybody for being here and participating. And yeah.
If you're not already a member, a subscriber to Kelly's channel, please go over and subscribe. And you could, she also has what she does, I think, on your information page that
Yeah.
tells you if you're interested in having energy work done. Like I said, things that came through blew my mind. It was just amazing.
Oh, Aley.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that. That was so kind.
Oh, no,
Thank you.
that's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah. So you're welcome, Jen. I hope you start to feel better, and Kelly's going to continue to work on you, and the rest
Jen,
of us.
I'm going to.
Yeah, the rest of us also are sending lots of love and healing to you. I got goosebumps for you, Jen. So, yeah, we love you, girl. And we hope you're back real soon. We're glad you could come in today. Everybody have a beautiful weekend ahead. Try to find something in there that's a gift. And Kelly and I will hopefully see you again real soon. You'll definitely see us on Tuesday night. That's for sure. All right.
We'll be back Tuesday night.
That's right. Take care,
Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.